That's better. Now I don't. Yo, what's going on? This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now. Excuse me.
Excuse them shits.
Got a frog. Or something. Yeah. Coming to you live and direct with episode number 123 of the Drunk Mind Sober Thoughts podcast, Dmst podcast. What is going on, everybody? Thank y'all to everybody that will be tuning in on YouTube very, very soon. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in throughout the week on SoundCloud or Apple Podcasts, the Stitcher app, or the TuneIn Radio app. Thank y'all for the support that y'all been showing to us throughout the year and throughout the whole time that we've been on this show.
Yes, sir.
Playboy, how you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. Playboy the DJ, Playboy D-A-DJ. I'm good, man. Feeling great. It was a great weekend. The week was pretty cool. Ready to get it in as usual, man. Let's get it.
That's what's up. Dev, how you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Feeling good.
Okay.
It was a good day, you know.
I feel weird because I'm the one with the Browns gear on today. You usually have your Browns gear on all the time, especially after a win, you know. So I feel kind of weird with that one. But how was it down at the stadium today?
It was a fun experience at the stadium today, man. You know what I mean? It's I don't want to be extra, but it's becoming old hat. You know what I'm saying? You know, if we're not winning, it's different. I don't know how many games. I don't know, you know, how many people out there frequent a whole lot of Browns games in person, but it's a very dire feeling when you're, you know what I'm saying, down at Cleveland Browns Stadium. But either we're in the game and we're winning, or, you know what I mean, either we win the game or we're in the game. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So it's
been a lot better this year.
Yeah.
It hasn't just been like you get there and it's like done by halftime and you can pretty much get out of there. Yeah, I get it.
So I don't want to say it's old hat, but it's kind of old hat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, we went down there, we played, you know, we got to win. You know what I mean? We whooped ass. We took names later. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
another day at the office.
It's nice to be able to say that. So
another day at the office. You know,
yeah, I seen the text.
Forever, I love Atlanta.
Forever, I love it.
Yeah,
fuck this.
I seen the text and it was just like they playing good. I woke up because I've been asleep all day. Like a nigga was down.
I wish I could have been asleep all day.
Nigga was down. I ate like twice and slept like twice, 3 times, including last night.
Who won the feed saying, "Hey, Veronica, what's up, Veronica?"
My favorite karaoke singer, man.
What's up to Jerry in the feed too? What's going on there, everybody?
DMST would like to sign Veronica to a contract.
Yeah.
Contract.
I'm gonna sign her to a production deal. You know what I'm saying?
It's got to be a 360 deal though.
Exactly.
Anything you do, we got to get a cut.
I don't know if she can act, but yeah, 360. We want all the money.
I don't know. So, Playboy, how was your week?
It was good, man. Work.
James, what up?
Work. That's it, man. I mean,
short and sweet, as he always says. You saw me. I thought to take a sip of water and everything.
Nigga was like, damn, I didn't get you.
James, Playboy, how was your week? Work.
Yes.
Move on.
Next, nigga. Next. Yeah. No, throughout. I mean, I don't. Like I say, I don't do much throughout the week, man. It's just work. Like I drop babies off in the morning, go to work, and then go home and eat and go to sleep. That's my every day, Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. No free time till the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Dev, how was your week?
You know, it was good. We talked about the game today, man. I had an experience unlike any other today at this damn stadium, man. Mm-hmm. So let me set the scene for y'all. I have my season tickets are in section 512, row 15, seat 1. So I am literally in the aisle. I got an aisle seat. Which is cool for me because I'm 6'5", but the one thing I didn't think about, nigga, I might get up 15 times during the game.
Because I was just about to say that, yeah.
It's cool most games because usually one thing I've learned, well, this season, maybe because we're a little bit better, we getting people who enjoy football coming to the game. Right. You know what I mean? So it's not as much frequent. It's not as many frequent trips in and out of the row. Nigga, but today. But today. I'm sitting next to a group of so it was 12. They had seat 2 through 13. It was 12 people, all drunk, Caucasians. I love my fellow Caucasian brothers and sisters, but I don't know how many times you have been around a group of drunk white dudes and white girls. It was epic. And of course, seat 2 and 3 were the 2 drunkest people out of all the 12.
You said they were a couple, right?
It was a couple,
Okay.
Sarah and Josh. I'm not lying.
2 of the whiter names you can possibly have.
Whitest names you could ever have in life.
So, I'm a big dude. So, initially, they're apologizing frequently for all their friends that go back and forth like the first quarter. And as the drinks go and go and go, she gets more friendly and they get more talkative. They kept singing the Mo Bamba song because they said we was balling. So like we balling like Mo. I mean, they sung that song after every first down, every completed catch. It was annoying to a point. So this is what happened today, and my life is forever changed.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and she is making the most frivolous of conversations with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't. The dumbest shit in the world. So, but whatever. So we get to a point. This is like second quarter. She turns to me. You gonna be me because this is pretty much how it is. I'm Sarah.
Okay.
You Dev. So I'm a 5'1" white girl. You a 6'5" black dude. All right.
Right.
So she turned to me and she like, have you ever seen knock hearts? I was like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's like, knock hearts. You ever watch knock hearts? And I'm like, I don't know what show you talking about. So she tapped Josh, her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And she like, well, the show knock hearts. My friend Devin's never seen. And he was like,
now you're just her friend.
Yeah, now I'm her friend. Now I'm her friend. Oh, I was her friend. During the OHIO, she remixed the song. So she was like, Devin is sitting next to me. D-E-V. And she spelled my name wrong. O-N. She was like, nigga, it was out of control. But she turned to Josh and she like, he's never seen knock hearts. And Josh don't know what the fuck knock hearts is either. Right. So Josh is like, babe, you sound fucking dumb. She's like, I'm not dumb. So I'm sitting there while they're arguing, it clicks. And I'm like, she means hard knocks. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you mean hard knocks? And Josh was like, you fucking dumb slut. So I done caused another argument.
You're always fucking Josh.
Yeah. And she like, you're fucking annoying. Devin's my friend. And I'm like, listen, I took the train down here. I can't give you a ride back home or nothing. Y'all better work this shit out. Right. You know what I'm saying?
My question is, why is she asking you about Hard Knocks? Like, it's a show that's on TV right now. Like, that shit went off.
I guess because it was brown. She was drunk, brown. I don't know. But the level of ridiculously unimportant questions led up to that. Yeah, right. She kept asking me that I want this wine that was in a can. She was Italian, she said, so she loves to share. It was just getting out of control, man.
Oh, you got to tell them about how she kept touching your leg too.
She kept like this is my buddy, but she was drunk and her hand was lingered too long, and I'm like, chill out. Before I had to fight Josh and his 6 henchmen up this moment.
Is it a time that you got to put on that? Like how long a hand could be on your leg before it's like uncomfortable or whatever?
2.5 seconds.
2.5 seconds. Right to the. What about you, Playboy? What you think?
Well, I'm gonna let him leave there. Me personally,
the problem was you're dealing with drunk white boys. This is the thing. Nah, drunk white boys, me 6'5" nigga. This shit can get ugly. But I feel you. I feel you though.
Or even hers.
It can get real ugly.
Even hers.
Oh, nigga, that's the whole. I was turned to the side watching the game. Like they was sitting over there. I'm like, fuck all that, man.
Right.
Next thing I know, she got a Snapchat out. It was out of control, man. It was fun though. It was fun.
The worst thing you could ever be, and what's up to everybody in the feed? I'm not signed into YouTube, so I can't like just type in there. But I saw a lot of people saying what's up. So what's up to everybody that's in there? Up? James, Zay, Mike is in there too. April just came in. I see. But it's nothing worse almost than being around people who are drunk.
When you're not drunk.
And you're not drunk.
And this is the key. Have you ever... See, okay, it was a heightened level of annoyance. Mm-hmm. Because you're right. The nine is I'm not drunk and you drunk. That's a 9 level of annoyance.
Right.
Where the 10 comes and your head is about to explode is not only am I not drunk, I am intently focused
You're here
on
for
what
the game.
I'm here for the
You're here for the
game.
game.
We have a lead, and I cannot allow myself to not, because I don't believe we're gonna win. So like I can't really concern myself with you right now. You know what I mean? And it was a barrage of drunk white people.
That's why it's hard for me to watch games around people who don't really give a shit about the game. That's why the worst thing ever is Super Bowl parties.
Oh, I don't do them.
Because half or 3/4 of the people there don't give two shits about a football game anyway.
You got to go with your girl one year. I did it the first year.
Right.
Never did it again.
Right. Yeah. You just that's grounds for divorce. I mean, you setting yourself up right there.
Yes.
I mean, like you laying the groundwork right there for your divorce.
Yes.
Like no, like the game is on. Leave me be.
Like I got some decent seats. I'm switching my seats next year. I'm going like dog pound. I'm going to a where people are there to watch the game. I need to go to the bench dog pound, not the seat dog pound, because that's still niggas who pay like $8 on StubHub. I'm gonna just have to break out a couple more $100, go down to the bench seats of the dog pound where niggas is there to watch football.
Yeah, you know all of them are there for the game.
Because that shit was the most annoying shit ever.
I get
it was 13 of them. I mean 12 of them. When they first came up, they drunk, and you know, nigga, it's almost like
you
being
can
on an
always
airplane.
tell. You can tell.
Nigga, they kept the drunk people just didn't stop. It was
they don't stop.
They came around. You know how you look down and they coming around a little bend and they all equally stumbling up, and you like, oh fuck, please don't be in my row.
Yeah.
And they stopped right there. We're 15. And she's like, we're 2 through 13. And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
You know, that's when you know it's gonna be a
Them
bad
niggas
day.
came beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah. See, I was about
to.
So you know how it is. This is the last thing we'll say about it. You know, go ahead.
No, I got a public service announcement. Real
PSA.
Quick. I keep on looking at myself in this video feed, and I'm noticing I got this big ass mole by my eye. All the people in the feed.
It's a beauty mark. That's
should I cut it off or not?
You can't, because it won't.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, let me give you a story about that. You can't do it. So I love my white brothers and sisters. They the homies.
Right.
My homie.
After you just talked about the drunk white.
No, drunk white people are. Drunk white people and drunk uncles are in the same. Drunk black uncles and drunk 22 to 27-year-old white people are in the same category of annoyance. You ever been around a drunk uncle?
Oh yeah.
The nigga want to talk shit to you about everything in the world for 4 hours. Like somebody get Uncle Reggie. But anyway, shout out to my homie. My homie Kubera. I won't say his first name. He played the other tackle position in college. He was one of the craziest white boys in the world. He was cool as ever though. He probably like a executive of some shit now, and I'm like fucking up his business, but it wasn't nothing bad. Okay. But he had a mole, but it was mole or wart, something like that on his hand. Mm-hmm. We were coming back from a bus trip. I can't remember where we was coming from. We get on. He takes tweezers from the trainer.
Oh shit!
He cuts it off.
Hell no.
When I tell you, this bus ride was 5 hours.
He bled
the shit bled for 5 hours. He did not stop bleeding, man.
He just said it like.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
And of course, y'all didn't stop and pull over.
No, hell no. We just let it was second. We get off of this second. First nasty. That's the second nastiest thing I ever seen on the bus.
Yeah.
First nastiest thing I ever seen on the bus.
Do we really even want to know this?
First of all, I didn't know nothing about this until y'all gonna know what I'm saying 5 seconds in.
Okay.
But you gotta let me finish the story.
April.
Shout out to me. What'd you say?
She said, if you don't hush about that tiny ass ball.
Okay.
Look.
He cut it off, it's gonna bleed for 2 weeks. Shout out to Ed and Gene. We went on our recruiting trip together, right? Our coach came and picked us up. He had this cup like this, like a water bottle. And he was spitting brown shit into the cup. And we from EC. We had that was the first time all three of us had ever seen dip. Like, we didn't know what the fuck was going on. And so he was explaining it to us, whatever. So this, fast forward, junior year of college. We coming back from a road trip. We got some country dudes from, like, Florida. They on the same shit we on. Mm-hmm. But they like, no, it ain't really shit. So they didn't bet this nigga $20.
Oh, no.
Come on, man. That he wouldn't drink a water bottle full of dip spit, nigga. I have never seen a human being more violently throw up in a bus bathroom in my life.
Nah. I don't even know. But you said he was white.
No.
Oh, he what?
No.
What's
A nigga did that?
You gotta know.
Listen.
Like you saying that y'all, being from ECU, that never seen it. My great grandmother used to chew.
Yeah, my grandma.
So
told me about my grandmother.
when we would go over there when we were younger,
great-grandmother.
she always had a little glass
I
that
never
she
seen
carried
it,
around
though.
to spit in. So I knew it from a kid, or whatever. And honestly, she lived to be 98. So and she chewed forever. You know what I'm saying? She lived to be 98. So.
Yeah, the chew. I think the chew. Well, I don't know if she chewed, but it's that. You put that shit down,
though.
$20, nigga. First of all, in college, $20 a hit, nigga. That's a week.
Yeah,
he was a country. Listen, let me tell you something. I love. I'm because I'm shitting on everybody. I gotta preface everything when I love them. When I always talk about love.
I mean, I
but
love
I'm really
you.
Talking shit. I love you though.
I love you though.
But country niggas from the South.
Yeah.
Some of the dumbest niggas in the world. Not all the niggas from the South, but real country bumpkin niggas from the South. I used to think that big city shit, like country niggas moved to New York and they like it was some niggas from Florida, nigga. Like it was some
Florida. Florida.
$20 meant something to that nigga, man.
That's just like Nowlands.
Nowlands.
Right.
Man, but yeah, anyway.
All right, so we sidetracked hard than a motherfucker there, didn't we? I ain't even say how my week was.
Yeah, how was your week, man?
Cool.
You mean the white girl's name? You mean the white girl Sarah name this week?
No, man, I ain't mean nobody.
Cool.
Shit.
What? We shout out to the class 2000 yesterday,
yeah, your
man.
class, your
you know
class
what I mean? We had our what you call it? I mean, I didn't even know. We had our fundraiser. You know what I mean? The DMST boys.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah.
Spent in the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Did the music yesterday, man. So shout out to that, man.
Yeah, that was wound up being a good time.
Yeah, it did.
I enjoyed being out there with y'all class. I will say this: a lot of y'all in the class of 2000 have aged very well. Very motherfucking well. I will tell y'all the motherfucking truth. I'm no lying.
Yeah.
So shout out to y'all for that
Class
alone.
2000. Yeah, y'all.
Shout out to y'all class for that.
Yeah, they have aged very well. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yes, very, very well. But it's been a cool week, man. I'm dead fucking tired. I see my brother in the feed today, so but I linked up with him on Friday night. Him and his wife, my sister-in-law, we went out, they treated me to a couple of drinks. Always nice to get invited out.
Oh,
to
yeah,
some
definitely.
place or whatever.
Definitely
So I want to thank him for that. Then, of course, we DJ yesterday, last night. So I'm just a little tired today. Got up, ran downtown, picked up we bought our parents tickets for Anita Baker because their anniversary is tomorrow.
God damn it. When is the show?
This weekend.
I want to go. Shit.
Yeah. So we treating them to the concert for their anniversary. So.
Shout out to Veronica. Who killed that? Was it Veronica or who killed?
I don't know,
Anita
man.
Baker.
If I was there, I would have killed you.
Yeah, y'all would have been a duet, and y'all would have been the dopest.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even gonna lie. But the funniest part about that whole night is that y'all niggas had me singing. I despise karaoke to a certain extent.
Listen, we didn't talk about this.
Stop the press.
On, we did.
Motherfucking press.
Hold on.
Who was singing?
Mo was singing.
Hell no.
Not only was he singing, we played a game. We did. We remixed Nursery Rhymes? What the fuck did we do?
See, my team, I was on Veronica's team. I knew she was going to be the person that was going to go the hardest for it.
She was out front like she was.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
Beyonce.
I was like, yo, all we going to do is feature you. You know what I'm saying? Like, period.
But what was the song? It wasn't the wheels on the. Oh, it was something we.
I can't remember.
Oh, it was. Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, but all I know is that so we did some karaoke.
But he was the backup singer.
I had to be back. But we did some karaoke too.
He was dancing in there. It was real.
What? I ain't really dancing.
He was they had
No, all it was like a little two-step. Nah. It was just a little two-step.
They got a video.
Oh, shit. They sent it. They
didn't
sent it. Yeah, my bad. I made sure I showed it to y'all when it's over.
Rockabye Baby. That's what it was.
Okay.
It's Brace on the background like Rockabye Baby. It was dope. We freaked that shit like we go.
No.
Like Rockabye Baby. On the treetop, nigga, we killed that.
Y'all's is dope. Y'all's is really dope. But then we did so in our karaoke, we wound up doing "Can You Stand the Rain?"
Yeah,
you know?
we did.
And that's the biggest reason I can't lie. That's the biggest reason why I did it because that's my motherfucking song.
We sat up there in the chairs like
we did. Yeah, Dale was like, man, we got to do the chairs like they did in the movie. You know what I'm saying? This nigga Dale was all the way in his motherfucking zone.
I love that shit. That shit was fun.
This nigga was all the way in his zone, but it was fun, man. I can't even lie, man. So. Hell yeah, last road. Okay, so I mean they don't listen, but happy anniversary to my parents. 41 years.
Oh yeah, happy anniversary.
Shout out to them.
I don't know how much they still like each other, but you know it's 41 years. I always joke about that. And
Listen,
look, after 41 years, you done heard everything.
You don't even like your tennis shoes, yeah.
Right.
No, but it's love. That's real love.
You still there?
That's what people don't understand, man. That like shit is cool. Love is stronger than like. I don't even gotta like you some Tuesdays, but if I love you, we'll make it through that shit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I think we touched about this one time real quick, y'all.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
I see April. No, we shouldn't even address it.
I got to in my soul because that's my favorite R&B song of all time.
Okay.
But whatever. What in the hell is...
She says she hates that song.
Can You Stand the Rain is literally the greatest R&B song.
I don't know about the greatest, but it's
you don't got to agree with that. It's cool.
But I'm never going to say
I don't even care.
It is...
I'm never gonna say I hate the song though, because it's a
the
bomb-ass song.
storms may come. This we know for sure. Yeah. But can you stand the rain? Sunny days. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever. Look, you know what? I'm not about to get into it.
Yeah.
Sunny days. Everybody loves them.
Everybody loves them.
But it's not going to be sunny days all the time.
That's literally what we're talking about right now. We're talking about being 41 years. Like you got good days, you got bad days, you got days you definitely want to leave. Yeah. Like all of that, you know, and it's just, hey, it is what it is. You know, if you can put that time in and you don't want to leave, I'll salute anybody that's with someone that long. If you honestly haven't picked up and left. I mean, it's just like you said, you get tennis shoes and you don't want to wear them after like 6 months no more. You know what I'm saying? They got a crease in them now. I don't even want to wear them no more.
I do like that song though. April, she said in the feed, "When I See You Smile Again." BBD. That's one of my joints.
That's a good one.
That's one of my. But Can You Stand the Rain?
Can You Stand the Rain?
Yeah, when I See You Smile Again, that's a good one.
That was the first Johnny song, and man, that's blasphemy almost. That's almost blasphemy, but it's okay. That's like saying you don't like spades. Okay, maybe you don't know how to play spades, but you don't like spades.
Usually,
are you
don't
black
like spades,
or a dark-skinned white person?
Usually, people that. Usually individuals that don't like spades lose a lot.
Yeah, or don't know how to play.
Yeah, that's what it is. They don't know how to play.
Yeah.
But that's the people, for me, the black people that say they don't like chicken. Like I know
they gotta go.
This nigga here. This nigga
you don't eat chicken?
Who don't eat chicken?
I thought you were about to say you don't eat chicken.
Oh no, hell, I think I love chicken.
I'm saying the black people that like I don't like chicken.
I gotta get rid of it. They gotta go.
I have had chicken like 18 times this week. It's like you can always give me. What did I get last time we went to the spot? I got wings.
Nigga, what did I get last time?
You got wings. I went out today on my way home. I stopped at Popeyes. I got chicken. Nigga, I eat chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Is prepared himself for a chicken overdose.
Yes.
I'm
getting chicken after this. Fuck it.
Right, fuck it. I'm getting chicken too. Shit.
Why not?
I left 2 pieces in the basket last night.
Yeah. I was.
James wasn't happy about that. I'm sorry, Playboy wasn't happy about that.
I was not happy.
That nigga kept looking like it's chicken in the basket, nigga. I have never been as drunk as I was.
Let's talk about that real quick.
I've never been as drunk as I was, but as conscious. Like, you know, I was drunk, but I knew I couldn't eat no more chicken.
Dev sat down. I thought you had left. Because we got done DJing, we packing everything. I'm like,
I was in the back. Yeah. I had to go sit down and gather my life.
Yeah, but see, I respect you for that. Because see, and what you told Playboy yesterday, you was like, all right, so this is the first time you seeing me drinking or whatever. Because I saw you, a couple weeks ago at the party or whatever. And I'm like, it took me a minute to be like, okay, he cool, but I just never seen it. Yeah. Like, you know how we are. We know how everybody around us are. We know what their limits are, what they can do, what you can do around them, all that stuff when they drink. We had never seen it with you. So we had 2 weeks of finally, seeing that and figuring that out.
They're going in.
She is disrespecting everything in life. She said Johnny ruined the song. Johnny made.
I think he made the song.
Hold on. We are not about to let April take over this show. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to ever be able to listen to that song again without having a little angry face of April in my brain. brain as I listen to it. I'm gonna sing that song so hard when this is over. When I get in the car.
Matter of fact, every time from every show from here on out, we just gonna start off the show. Can you stand the rain?
I'm gonna have my windows down. It's 28 degrees. I'm like, Storms,
right
man. I know, all the days won't be perfect.
This we know for sure.
Oh my God, I can't believe this right now.
All right, let's move on. Let's get to your minority.
What was the topic? Hold on, real quick, April. What was the topic? I was a little inebriated. She said, talk about my topic from last night.
Oh, I mean, I put some stuff in the phone.
Okay. Oh, you did. You did.
I put a couple things in there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We may get to it. We random as hell today. We just letting y'all know now. We random as hell today. Thank y'all.
So I do want to get to the minority of the week.
Go ahead.
Shout out to our Instagram page. We put up a video the other day.
Yeah.
It kind of explains where I'm going with this. It's this video. If you ain't been on our Instagram page, DMST Boys BOYZ.
Yeah.
On Instagram, it's a video I put up. Or we put up. Whatever. That it's this.
Yeah, it matter. Yeah,
it's this black kid. It's this black kid who who swung on the white kid, barely hit him.
Yeah, he did. I watched. I investigated that situation, by the way. But go ahead.
Barely hit him, and he cried hard to the point. See, you got to watch this shit. Yeah. To the point that the other black dude out there with him was like, "Why you do that to him?"
Right.
And he was like, "I ain't mean to do it." So he walked back up to try to shake his hand. When I tell
nigga, he threw a crisp GGG hook, nigga.
He connected. That wasn't sound effects in that video, nigga.
All you heard was smack. I was like, God damn, he stole on him.
It's almost a microcosm, man, to me. So I'm niggas is gonna feel some kind of way. But let me just say this: I voted, and I always will. But I vote with hope, not with. I vote with hope, not belief. Does that make any sense? I think a lot of times they will dangle this stuff out here in front of us, meaning, the public, the powers that be, a lot of them don't have the same shade skin as us. Mm-hmm. You look at the governor's race in Ohio, and the shit is going on in Florida and Georgia. In Georgia with the first black female that could be governor, Florida the first black person that can be governor, and Texas, you got some shit going.
Even though that one, I think that one was conceded. He did concede that one, but Beto, they kind of lure us in, and then smack us in the face with reality. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And
they'll tiptoe and play this game like, oh no, and boom, you know what I mean? Come election night, you look at it. Mike DeWine whooped ass for the governor's race in Ohio. It wasn't close. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think we really understand how much we get duped with shit like that. I vote with a lot of hope, hoping that, like, I stand in these lines behind people, and I'm like, man, I hope people in line are like, you know what I mean? I hope they're going to do what's right. Because we're getting to a point where this shit is not really about policy. Right. It's really about, and I think this is why white people tried to stop us and other people from voting for so long. Because eventually our eyes will be fully open, and now it's a lot more about what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Policy, we really don't give a fuck about that much. To be honest with you. If you're putting Republicans in power, and power, and they give us the seats, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Well, House of Representatives, they give us the seats. But look at this, the governors and the senators, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard. How the fuck you think it's going to be when Mike DeWine, the governor of our state, is out here campaigning for Donald Trump in 2020?
See, that was the hard part. That and like with the Senate races that were up, that's why they did so much of the gerrymandering of them redrawing those district lines and this and that to make things harder. Like, this is my thing, and I know we don't dive into a lot of this too much or whatever. We diving into it just a little bit today, but when people say that voting don't matter, like I let people be them. We grew up in a religious state, or whatever. So or home. So when you religious, it's not even about voting and this and that. It's because Jesus is your savior. He's going to fix everything. I got a hangnail. Jesus is going to take care of it tomorrow.
But it clipped him.
Damn, that was fucked up. But so your mentality is different. But it's for when everybody says all the time that voting don't matter and they don't do this for you, they don't do that for you. I understand we don't see a lot of stuff at our local level, but I will also ask people, do you even get involved at your local level to even try to make something change? But outside of that, my bigger point is, if it don't matter, why do you think they try so hard to suppress your vote? Yeah. Why do you think they try so hard to not even give you a voice at all? Like, if it's one thing you got to say about these white people, they are smart. And the thing that goes back to what we was talking about earlier, that's going to be our topic for next week. That I think is going to be
next week. Get you some popcorn and sit down.
Yeah. But it's just, they not dumb. Like, if they work this hard to keep you from doing something, like, it's got to be something behind it. It's got to, like, I look at even Barak being elected, and it's like a lot of that was because a lot of us came out more. That I won't lie, that was my first time participating, in an election. But you look at what happens when you motivate. The minority in this country is no longer going to be the minority. You know what I'm saying? It's about the black people. It's about the Latinos and everything. Like, we are no longer going to be that minority. So when you open up your eyes and you start to see things a little bit different, things will change. But it doesn't happen overnight. But I get what you were saying, how, like, you go into some stuff and you think it's going to be one night. I honestly didn't have a lot of high hopes. Everybody knew they would win back the House. That's side point or whatever. But like I said, the Senate races, like you were saying, it's just they did so much gerrymandering to change those lines or whatever to suppress votes so that make sure they kept control of the House. Well, I mean control of the Senate. But
that goes back to what I've been saying for the longest. I always say this. I am a conspiracy theorist. I believe everything that has anything to do with the government is by design.
It is.
Any and everything that they do is by design. So trust and believe, all the things that they attempted to do previous to the election or prior to the election, it was on purpose. Because they know what they're doing. And the reality is, it's funny, real quick, you brought up Barack Obama. You have to really sit back and think about why he was elected. Why so many people came out? Did he come out because he was going to be the first black president, or because of policies and different things? You really have to sit back and think about a lot of shit.
It was a combination of that, honestly.
I think it was a
lot
combination.
of people that voted for him just because he was black.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
It really is.
You have to really sit back, because you said something about locally and different stuff. It's like, man,
you gotta listen to that shit.
A lot of people talk the talk, but don't walk the walk.
Read up about the American presidents in Africa and how easy it was to do when Barack Obama was president.
Yeah, but see, I don't give a shit if you did vote for him because he was black. I'm like what a lot of people said. So what?
Yeah.
Y'all have what? Barack is 44, right? He's 44 or 45. Okay, so y'all have 43 of them that was white. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. But I always gave my family peace. I was living in South Carolina. Actually, it was all 10 years ago. Like about in the past week, that anniversary passed when he was elected. And yeah, it was literally 10 years ago, because my nephew's birthday was yesterday. He just turned 10. I was home at that time when all that happened. But
birthday, Chris.
How the hell I be? Every time I sidetrack, I forget a point. Every time I sidetrack, I forget a point. That's cool. So yeah, I don't know, whatever.
But the Barack Obama situation. We got kids. You deal with kids. You've been around kids. You know what I mean? We've all dealt with kids. The strategy, the Barack Obama strategy, to me, has your kid ever wanted something so bad, but you gave them something that was a safer version of what they desired in order to appease them, so that you could continue doing what the hell you was doing, so they would shut the fuck up.
I agree 100%.
So let me get it. 100%. Let me get it.
It's that like giving them
a black president, a safe light skinned nigga president. So everybody did niggas break records this time around? Nah, because niggas cool now. But let's get into it.
They wasn't gonna put Kimbo Slice in there. Rest in peace. I'm just being real, nigga. Like, you get what I'm saying?
That's real shit.
It's real shit.
That's real shit.
They wasn't gonna put Jesse Jackson in there.
Peter Popoff 2020.
When you look at what the strategy is they have going on right now, because like he was just saying, in a couple years, it's about 20, 22 years from now. I think it's 2040, like 2042 is when it's supposed to be. When we're supposed to no longer be the minority, we will be the majority. They are strategically getting the bulk of white America. See, the problem, we're fractured.
Right.
The bulk of white America is being driven in one direction. We're fucking helping them.
Right.
By complete. When the last time you all niggas watch Fox News? They got their own BET, but they shit ain't full of Lil Uzi Vert. They shit is full of niggas who make decisions in this world.
Right.
That's a good point.
They are completely creating a line of differentiation. The white folks, we might be 48%, but nigga, we all 48% of us in 24 years is gonna be on the same accord. We just need 10% of the niggas, 12% of the Mexicans, Latinos, 5% of the Asians, and we still good.
Yeah.
Look at the fucking maps during these elections. Cleveland, Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus, Toledo, Youngstown, blue. Everywhere else in the state is red.
Yeah.
The only people voting for Democrats is, I'm sorry, the niggas.
Yeah, you are yelling right now.
I'm sorry, that's it.
Yeah.
Because it's so real. Because it's like you do certain shit. Like we was talking about some shit last week. We'll talk about it later. But when we don't know, in the midst of doing shit sometimes in life, you don't know you're doing it until the end. We're in the middle of creating this. We're creating this shit right now. And we think we're saying Black Lives Matter, fuck all this blase skip, which is real.
Right.
But we're also drawing a line in the sand.
Yeah.
So when this shit, if we know, if my father loved Star Trek, they used to have shit, they'll go bloop.
Yeah, it's love Star Trek.
It bloop, it'd be like Bluetooth.
Yeah,
this is like 83.
Too,
83.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is, nigga, they knew niggas was going to be Bluetoothing niggas 30 years before the first iPhone came out. You know what I'm saying? 25 years before the first iPhone came out. If we know we gonna be the majority in 2042, nigga, they knew we was gonna be the majority in 1942.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This shit, it's not like we gonna catch them off guard. These are some diabolical motherfuckers. We gonna get into it next week.
Oh, yeah.
This shit is 300 years in the making. They knew that this shit was coming. So we have to be strategic and forthright. We got to do both. We got to have conviction and be strategic. Because we fighting a battle with some strategic motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And we got passion, which is cool, but we got to have some strategy. Because niggas is going to be prepared in 2042 to be the minority. They gonna be prepared for that.
I agree with that. I agree with
that's
that.
All you know. So,
yeah,
that's why my
minority
of the week goes
to a little white boy.
My Caucasian brothers in America, because them niggas is still they Bill Belichick. They got cameras up in our practice, nigga. They are one step ahead.
It's plenty of subliminal messages and different things out here. I liken the world to this, man, and what's going on as far as race and different things. And it's gonna sound real simple, but it's what I believe to be the case when it comes to white people and how they address us and give us just a little bit, enough to do what we need to do. You know, you wake up in the morning and you start your car. You get in your car and you got to throw on the defrost. You know how at first you just got the defrost on there. You can see some, but you can't really see a lot. Then once it heat up and it do what it need to do, then you can fully see. That's how I liken us, man. When it comes to the government and different shit, man. It's there. You can see, but they throw so many things at you to keep you in a certain level at a certain place to keep you distracted with different things.
I agree with that point you're making, and my point on top of that would be, it's too easy for us. We allow them to do it.
Absolutely.
So we'll get into it.
At some point, you gotta have a stand.
It's when you take them. I remember I was going through it with an ex with my father, and I mean, talking to my father about it, and he was trying to employ some strategies that I used. And now my 12-year-old, at that point she was like 1, and he was like, how if she is frustrated, you can tickle her stomach and she'll forget that she wants some candy or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to do that with a grown woman. You know what I mean? I do that with a 1-year-old, not with a grown woman. You know what I mean? They tickle our stomach and we forget. But we grown ass people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama was in the White House. Niggas wasn't breaking records at the polls in 10, 14, and 18. And guess what happened? Republicans took back over the House and the Senate.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't think niggas, it's great. The figurehead, I always say this. I will, whatever. I'm not the biggest Obama fan. I don't hate him at all. at all in the least bit. But like you, I'm conspiracy theorist too. So whatever.
I think everything plays a role.
I love the fact that because my daughter, my 12-year-old, for the first, she was born in 2006. So for as far as she can remember, the president was a black dude.
And that's dope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it don't take away from the fact
that's amazing. You know what I mean? Her self-worth, what she thinks about her, what she can accomplish.
It changes
everything.
Yeah.
I get the conversation, man.
I get that. So we'll move on from this real quick. We'll lighten it up, but I will. Let me just ask y'all this last one thing real quick about that. What do y'all remember? Since it was, like I said last week, it was the 10-year anniversary. Do y'all remember what y'all was doing the night that he got elected? Like.
Oh yeah.
Because I know nobody ever forgets. I know I had just flew in for a wedding, so I had just flew in. My homegirl Louise had picked me up from the airport, and she's like, "Yo, we got to go get a drink before you go. I mean, before I drop you off or whatever." So we went up to Columbo's room on Noble. We went to Columbo's.
Y'all buying cocaine to celebrate?
We had crack this high.
We had crack this high.
Chocolate to smoke? I mean, chocolate to eat?
No, so we went to Columbo's room. We were sitting there. We had a couple drinks, and then when he won, everybody went crazy in the place when they actually announced it and they called it, and the owner it was packed in there. It was like a watch party for a Cavs playoff game. Yeah. And he bought drinks for everybody in the spot. And everybody did that. And then when he gave us his speech, the acceptance speech or whatever, it was quiet as fuck in there, and everybody was just all around the TVs, listening. So that's mine.
I can tell you exactly what I was doing at the time that Barak. I was married. Unfortunately,
you see how he paused extra. I was married.
I was married at the time. Lived through some good things. Shout out to
shout out to her.
Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? That thing. I was married at the time. We threw a party. We threw an election party. It was only like 4 adults there, and a bunch of kids. That's all I remember. Down in my man cave. I remember. CNN reported, they wrapped it up and said, "Hey, he's gonna win the election."
Yeah.
All I remember doing was I went from the man cave off my little recliner, eating my chips and guacamole at the time. I got up and went outside. I looked up in the sky. I was emotional. I started to cry.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
And I started to cry because my dad couldn't see this. My grandmother couldn't see this. Different people that went through the struggle, quote unquote, could not see this.
Yeah.
I was very emotional. I started crying. Then I immediately snapped it back into reality and started playing Jeezy, My President's Black, all through the west side of Cleveland. I was looking at motherfuckers like, yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had windows down. It was cold, everything.
What's up, man.
I was just rolling around, playing back to back to back.
A lot of people played that song that night.
My President is Black.
A lot of
That's
people
all I did.
I do what I usually do when I watch certain stuff. Some might be wrong with me, but I really like to watch stuff with the lights out or whatever. But whatever,
Hold on.
I know.
I don't even know what Dave just said.
All I know is my head was hot. I was sweating a little bit. All I like watching it with the lights out. I'm like, what the?
I don't know. I don't know. I watch like sporting events.
No, I'm the same way.
Anything important, I don't turn the lights on. No, that sounds crazy.
No, I get it because honestly, if I'm home, most of the time there's no lights on here.
Yeah.
I know this shit is lit up now because we're doing the show.
Yeah.
But when I'm home, I don't do lights on. Like I'm amazed when I go to people's house and they always got a light on in the house. I grew up in a home where they was like, you cannot leave a light on in the room if you're not there. So I'm sorry, but go ahead.
No, it's cool. It's cool. But no, I was sitting on the couch because my girl, she went to sleep. She'll never like dealing with. I'm not about to get into that. But I'm watching the president being, getting called or whatever. I was by myself, sitting on the couch, and I was sitting there, and I started crying. I was like, it wasn't a boo-hoo, but you ever cry and you can't stop? Like, I swear to God, it was like 10 minutes.
It was right.
It was like 10 minutes worth of like I can't stop, but I'm not like, but I'm just like, every time the nigga started talking, I was starting welling up. You know what I'm saying?
That was a beautiful scene of him walking out with Michelle and at the time,
And I'm
Sasha
like,
Malia was still little.
I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, that motherfucking glass better protect this nigga.
That's the first thing I thought
Yeah.
too. I was sitting there like, I was just waiting on some bullshit to happen. And then for real, this is gonna sound a little, I get emotional. So the fuck what? I kind of got emotional. One of the biggest times I got emotional was when Beyonce was serenading them in their first dance.
Oh yeah,
I was looking like this is really happening because when you grow up,
I watched a lot of those shit.
Dude, I watched everything. You had Jamie Foxx in there. You had what's my girl from Scandal,
Kerry Washington.
Yeah, she was sitting over there crying, looking at dude. It made you feel proud to be for the first time in my life.
Proud to be black.
I've always been proud to be black, but that was the first
It was a different
time
thing. It was a different vibe. It was a different
that
vibe.
I just felt a sense of like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm proud, extremely proud, and it was dope, man. I remember
That's what's
that. That's somehow we'll never
we'll
forget.
never
I'm
forget.
glad we was in our generation to see that.
I mean, that year I did. That was the first time I did it early. Well, it was my first time, like I said, voting, but I did an early vote too because I knew I was flying home on election day and I didn't want to have to deal. And I was living down there. It was all weird. But anyway,
because Kerry and Bush fucked me up. I was in college. All of us voted early.
I remember
shit
getting
from
cussed
Cleveland.
out about that one.
I could not believe George Bush won, but whatever.
April said she did. Oh no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's cool. It's cool.
No, because I know we about to be moving on a little bit anyway. But she said she did ducks from allowances for unnecessary lights being on.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So yeah, all right. Let's y'all want to lighten it a little bit?
Let's go.
Let's lighten it a little bit. So we'll talk about a couple of things I've seen online this week. This is the craziest thing I saw online, and I almost want to see if I can get into the actual article too that I had saved for it. But a guy flying on Delta. This is one of the reasons why I hate. Like, I love to travel. I love to go out of town. I love to catch a flight and go somewhere. But there's also the hassle of it that I hate. That that makes me want to just be like, you know what? I'll just get in my car and I'll drive. The only thing is I just hate being in a car that long these days. I used to be able to take long car trips and it didn't bother me. But a Delta passenger was forced to sit in shit for a flight. Did anybody see the story or was it just me?
No.
Forced to sit in what?
Sit in shit.
What do you
like shit that come out your ass?
Feces shit. Like shit. Like for real, yeah. So I'm gonna try to pull up some points on this article as we're doing it. But the guy was like a doctor or something like that, and he had to actually get to where he was going. So it was like the last flight coming out of wherever he was coming from, and he had to try to make a connection. And so he said he sat in the seat. I think it was first class. He sat in the seat on Delta. And I don't know. I think I've flown Delta once. A lot of people say a lot of bad stuff about them.
I've flown Delta before.
Yeah, I think though. No, I'm thinking about American Airlines. But anyway, so he said he sat in the seat, and as soon as he sat down, he started smelling something. Like literally started. He said, and then also he started to look around, and he starts to see that there's something on his shoe and stuff like that, and he then realized that it was shit.
Oh hell!
That was like on. So basically, whoever was in that seat right before him, be it a human, a dog, or something, had shit all over there.
So
and
you said it was a shitty flight. No.
Not just the turbulence, nigga.
It's just, so he brings it to their attention like, yo, this is what happened. And they like, okay, I'm sorry. They obviously didn't clean it or whatever. So they gave him like some wipes for him to go into the bathroom and kind of clean himself up. But he wanted them to do more. Like, he really didn't want the plane to take off because it's like, yo, this is my seat, and it's go ahead. I see your wheels turning.
No, go ahead.
I mean, like that was what they were trying to do to appease the situation, like giving him wipes, let him go in the bath. I think in the article I read, they gave him like a couple bottles of gin or something. So it's like not like rubbing alcohol. They gave him like actual alcohol to kind of go in there and be like, okay, well, like kind of I guess wipe some stuff off or sterilize some stuff. I mean, it's pictures on here. The article, like, nigga, it's shit.
Oh, he got some shitty
right
shoes.
Here.
Them shoes is shitty, nigga.
It's shit on his shoes right
my
there.
God. Air shit.
Bro.
He got some air shits. Literally. It was a shitty airline. I'm about to take this to the bank.
Hey, I just gotta say this real quick.
Go.
You said the plane ain't took off yet?
No, it hadn't took off yet.
Hell no.
So I'm looking at it. Said
bored.
Originally, the flight crew said it was a German Shepherd.
Boom. This is a shitty situation. Boom.
This some bullshit.
Boom. This some bullshit. Boom. Boom. My stewardess got shit for brains. Boom. kept hitting the
This
car.
whole ass shit.
This is
Yo, so
I will not stand for this shit.
no.
That shit.
I will not stand for this shit. That's
Come
personal.
on, man. You see this shit?
Yo, he said, I'm looking at the article. He said it got all over my bare ankles. He
Your
said
ankles ain't shit, sir. Look at them assy ankles. They ain't shit.
he said it got all over my
Assy
bare
ankles.
ankles. He said they didn't give me gloves. He said I had to take my pants off because it was on the back of my pants. So feces at this point is transferring to my hands with no sanitizing or whatever. Like, bruh, I'm whooping somebody's ass at this point.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck
Delta
it.
ain't shit.
Fuck
Yeah,
it. I'm
Delta
whooping
ain't
somebody's
shit
ass
for
at
that.
this point. I'm sorry.
Well, Delta is shit. I'm sorry.
So let's talk about this a little bit. But what is your worst shitty experience? I don't know. I don't.
You want me to?
No.
I don't give a fuck. I'm about to keep it 100. This is DMST pod. This is DM shit T podcast. The S got a different meaning this week.
And I don't. It don't have to actually have to do with shit. I'm just
drunk
saying
my shitty thoughts. Let's go. So fuck it.
This is truly some bullshit.
And go. All right. So I'm gonna keep it 100.
I'm really kind of scared.
This is
to hear the
why.
story.
This is why the bank for me is all. I don't ever feel bad with calling my supervisor or something and saying I need a day off and I'm lying.
We getting back into this. So go ahead.
Okay, well, saying I'm lying about being sick because this one has given me like 45 free sick days for the rest of my life.
Right.
So this was my freshman year of college. We had workouts. Thank the gods. Okay, so we had 6 o'clock workouts, 6 a.m. So I wake up, I'm not feeling good. But you got to remember, this is 2000. So wasn't no cell phones. You can just like hit up to text the coach or whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, I'm sick as fuck. I got the flu. So I'm like, all right, let me get up and walk over. So I got up at like 5:40. I got over at like 5:45.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
This is about to be a real shitty story.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't even know if I want to hear these shits.
I don't even want to tell y'all this shit. So
I don't even know if I want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying?
So I get up. It was some gray. This is 2000. They needed to go away. I had on some gray Big Daddy sweatpants, but you remember old school sweatpants? They didn't taper at the bottom. They flared out.
Right.
The bottom was as wide as your thighs. You know what I'm saying? Like there was one
Long
ass.
You had on some wide bottom sweatpants.
It was a pant, nigga. One long pant.
I used to hate those.
Yeah, I had them bitches.
I used to hate this shit.
So I went over there, and so I'm like, this is. I might have had a little beezy the night, but you know,
right.
So whatever. I had a situation.
Make sure we still
I had a situation the night before.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't. What?
It's for whatever reason like stuck on me.
No, what?
I don't need it stuck on me the whole time. But go ahead, keep telling the story.
This nigga trying to fuck up my story.
No. I heard it. Somebody in the feed said the camera is only on mode. I'm looking like, all right, so make sure we still getting on everybody or whatever.
But I'll switch it. All right. Okay, my bad, y'all. They wanted to see me tell the story.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
So whatever. Anyway, so I get up. Oh, there he goes. So I get up and I go over there. I'm like, Coach, I ain't feeling good. You know what I'm saying? I got the flu. I'm feeling sick as shit. He like, all right, cool. He like, all right, whatever. You know, so you don't got to come to workouts. I'm walking back over.
I already know what happened.
I'm 19.
It was a shitty day.
19, it was a shitty day. I might have still been 18. I know now. You know, you get that feeling like, do you think you can just let one out? You know what I mean? Clear some space because your stomach not feeling good. Remind you, at this point, it's like 5:52 a.m. So, I try to sneak one out in the lobby as I'm walking upstairs.
Oh, you can't move when you
nigga.
Close
that
to shit.
Shit said. I wish I could make the sound effect. That'd be too much. But that shit said. Nigga. So I'm like, oh
Shit.
I get upstairs. Luckily, literally, the whole dorm is either asleep or the football players is at workouts.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck.
Right.
Thank you. So we had like, I don't know how, we had a community bathroom on our floor. You know what I'm saying? So like, we didn't have personal bathrooms. So I get up, so my roommate, this white boy, coolest dude ever. So he still knocked the fuck out. I got to tiptoe back in my room in shitty sweatpants hoping not to wake him up with sound or smell.
Right.
Get close. This is fucked up. I get to the bathroom, so now I'm left with a dilemma. I know everybody's asleep. Do I take the risk of a nigga making a 6 a.m. piss and seeing my shitty sweatpants on the floor while I'm in the shower washing the shit off? Or do I tiptoe my naked shitty ass we had a trash heap that you put shit down. I had to roll up my sweatpants and throw them down the trash heap. So I like rolled my shit up so you could only see the bottom pan part, put them in the corner of the bathroom, took a shower.
Ain't nobody topping this story.
Threw them bitches down the trash heap, man. I lost, them with some cold ass, straight, thigh wide, gray sweatpants though. Nigga, for 2,000, them was the shits.
Ain't nobody topping them shits.
Yeah. Ain't nobody topping them shits.
I got some stories, but
ain't nobody talking.
You sure?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, I got a story, but this ain't got nothing to do with shit. It got to do with some other shit, but it ain't worth telling that shit.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna leave them shits right there.
Oh man.
No, I like I said, it ain't have to do with shit. I was just like, yo, what's your like the shittiest experience or whatever? Period.
I'll tell a quick story.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's very nasty. I'm not gonna name names.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I think I've told the story before. Make a long story short. It was a situation. I don't even know if I want. This is not good.
This is shitty.
Yeah. Make a long story short.
Story.
This is back when I was probably about 20, 21, or maybe 23, somewhere between my early 20s. Had an individual, one of my people, one of my partners. Me and him threw a New Year's Eve party at his house. I think I told you the story before. New Year's Eve party, and we was all there. It was a house party. Make a long story short, he got drunk. It was another young lady that was there drunk, and he decided to take the young lady to a bathroom to fuck her.
Oh my God, please.
So he went to the bathroom and they fucked.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know at the time what was going on because you know how we do when we come to parties or whatever. Even at that early of an age, we try to just survey to see what's going on.
Around. Yeah.
So this is one of my partners, like my family. He comes and gets me. Let's just say this. He said, "Look, man, there's a situation going on upstairs, man." He's like, "Man, dude." So we go upstairs. And I got to show you something. So let's just say this. Mind you, keep in mind, he said he fucked her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I go upstairs and proceed to walk in the bathroom, and it looked like Charles Manson had just been in the bathroom.
One of those.
Basically, she was on her period.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I said one of those. Yeah,
and it was the worst experience of my life because it was my partner's, mom's home.
Whoa! So now you got to clean all this shit up.
Basically, I looked like I was dealing with the Ebola, nigga, full suit, everything.
Where was she?
Oh, she.
Where is Bloody Mary? Where the fuck was she at?
She was back
Bloody
downstairs
Brenda.
dancing
Bloody
and doing
Brenda.
her thing. Like
Bloody Brenda. Bring your
Yeah, come on now.
Rosemary box ass back up here.
Like it was the worst experience. I was probably like 20, 21.
Damn.
Something like that. And it was the worst experience of my life.
Mm-mm.
Matter of fact, I ain't right to this day because of them shits.
Listen, I had a bad experience in life with that. Ladies, let me everybody grown in here now. Yeah. But if anybody ever stumbles across this podcast and you're under the age of 25, you're 18 to 25, all right? Please warn the male you are engaged in a situation with that you are on your period.
Some people don't care.
It fucked me up and scarred me for life. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I got finished and I panicked. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm talking about this is white tea days, nigga.
Oh, no.
Bottom of the white tee.
You ain't wearing that one no more.
Is destroyed. And what they don't tell you, ladies, keep it 100. Don't lie in here right now.
Right.
It would be beautiful if it was just microphone sponge red.
Oh my God.
Y'all be having old babies from 87 that pop out the little, it be some red, regular red, deep red, crimson tide, nigga. It be some Ohio State red. It don't just be one straight red. It fucks you up. got just one red. Can y'all tell me if I'm tripping? I know I'm not tripping. It fucked me up. It must have been progressive. That lady named Flo, you know what I'm talking about? It must have been heavy Flo. It must have been heavy progressive that day. James, you walking away. Mark, we gonna get to yours, man.
I
you want to fuck around in the pocket.
I don't have no stories, man. I don't have no stories, man. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. Do y'all even want to continue with that one, man? I have no idea. Was anything good in the feed?
Oh, it's just catch up when he walked away.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's I agree though. You should get a heads up about
just
that.
Just give me a heads up. I'm fucked up
with. Yeah, I'm gonna just let that one sit.
Okay,
and we'll let that one roll.
We'll let it ride.
Yeah, we'll let that one roll.
All right. Oh, there's a blank screen over there. Look at it. That's even better. The blank screen, the James Gone screen.
I'm sorry.
Oh man.
So to finish off this one real quick.
So what happened? What happened?
They offered them 50,000 miles in compensation.
The fuck.
The bottom line is he chose to sit and shit for the flight because he said he had to make it. And then he missed his connecting flight. No, actually he made it, but what happened was
he had to get some new shoes.
No. What happened was he said he couldn't bring himself to sit on another plane. So he wound up taking the Uber. God, where the fuck is it? He took an Uber that was like from a different state to a whole nother place. The bill for that Uber had to be outrageous.
Yeah.
If you had the money for that, like, I almost feel like, yo, you got it. I ain't sitting in nobody's shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one thing I'm not doing. Like, you can't 50,000 miles. Like, come on, G. Mm-hmm. Come on, G. Like, what's that? Two flights somewhere? Well, depends on where you're gonna go, but you know, I mean,
please.
50,000 that ain't enough for me to sit and shit. But
they don't want to tell the truth in that chat room. They know I'm telling the truth.
Hey, it is what it is.
It'd be 50 Shades of Red.
50 Shades of Red. I'm sorry, Priest. Right, I'm telling you, Chuck, all right? I'm done. Dig it. Oh, my God.
Yo, so what else did we see this week online?
Oh, man.
How much time we even got left?
Oh, man.
Tell me while I'm looking. But so what's one other thing? I guess where we want to go ahead.
What about that teacher, that black teacher that was fighting that kid in school?
The 64-year-old man. He I'm not mad at that teacher at all. Mm-hmm. Did y'all see that? It was in LA. A man was 64 years old. The kid was basically just being completely disrespectful to him. From the video I saw, this nigga Dev is
they told me I gotta go in the corner. No, Baker Mayfield's not trash. Somebody put that in there.
That's MTV.
Not
What's
trash,
up, man.
Shout out MTV, man.
But no, I did see that. We got probably a couple more things we'll hit real quick. So let's talk about this one real quick. The that teacher out there. So it was the video of he's 64 years old. The kid, I couldn't tell, was the kid white?
I think he was a little Latino.
By the voice, that's what I would say.
Because he kept hitting him with the nigga, and I'm like, all right, he must got rank in there. He must be Latino because he kept hitting him with the.
But the 64-year-old teacher wasn't having it. He straight, just flat out. We talked about the hook earlier. He caught him with one or whatever. And the funniest part about the whole video is that he had his phone in his hand, and he was just taking his phone, beating down on the dude's head or whatever. Kid went to the hospital. Of course, the teacher is in trouble. Got arrested.
Oh, hold on. The teacher was beating the kid with the phone.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was in his hand, so he had the phone. He had the phone like this, just like beating down on the dude's head. Yeah.
He ain't give a fuck no more.
He stole on. Yeah.
He's 64 though. I mean, like, I'm not mad at him. I'm not like, there's no respect from people these days, especially these kids. You know, and I never would have thought about speaking that way to anybody older. I'm just getting to the point that I'll cuss in front of people that's older than me, like some of my aunts and them or whatever.
Yeah,
and even some of my aunts, I really don't cuss in front of them. My uncles, I don't give a shit. But you know, I wouldn't even feel comfortable talking a certain way in front of people that's older than me. These kids nowadays don't give a fuck.
Ain't no respect. I mean, flat out. I put like this. I'll say this for me being personal. My personal opinion about this. If that's my son. and he talking to a teacher like that, and I find out the situation. Let's just put it like this: I'm whooping his ass, and I'm whooping the teacher's ass too. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because your job as a teacher, in my eyes, look, I got much respect for teachers and everybody in the education field or whatever the case may be. But the reality is, at that point, I'd rather you as a teacher leave the room. I'd rather you just leave the class by itself and leave and go out the room versus just sitting there exchanging to that level
Even
with a
entertaining
teacher
them?
getting entertaining it.
Well, see, I think I read in an article that the kid had left. So he had actually left the room, and then he came back.
Yeah.
Basically at that point. So
Yeah.
that's what you're saying. Like, all right.
Yeah, either way,
instead of even putting yourself
even
there.
if he came back, you leave the room.
So you're saying don't even put yourself in that position. It's like, you know what, I'm gone.
Because what's about to happen is he's going to be probably.
Oh, he's gonna lose his job.
Lose his job.
Or whatever. Yeah. Now I did see in the feed like that is true. They raised a ton of money for him on GoFundMe.
He gonna get his pension.
They-
And
they
look,
did.
and don't think I'm making no excuses for this kid. Because let's be real about it, man. If you find out one of your daughters got into it and a teacher whooped her ass, are you not gonna be feeling some type of way?
I'm gonna feel some kind of way. You know, it gotta be some. Yeah, I'm gonna feel some kind of way.
Like, is it not gonna ignite something in you? Like, hold on, you. Because at the end of the day, that being your child, this is just
Like,
me. I'm a
The,
flat out
the
tell you,
level of disrespect.
you still put your
I get
hands
it.
on my child.
regardless.
Yeah.
You still put your hands on my kid. Regardless. And he swung first. The kid didn't swing.
Yeah, oh,
the
yeah.
kid,
No,
well, the
clock,
kid
yeah.
threw the at him right at the beginning of the video.
Yeah.
He had a ball or a book because people was talking about that online.
Yeah.
The kid initially threw something at him.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't even see,
See,
that part.
that's and somebody when I was looking at the thing was like, all right, fuck it. He did the. Cause I had to go back and watch too. I'm like, okay, the kid threw something at him.
Whoa. Nah, go ahead. Go finish it.
But no,
we're
go
gonna
ahead.
we're gonna hit a couple of these topics when you finish.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I feel you. I feel what you're saying. I just don't believe my daughter will ever have that level of disrespect.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And this is another. I'm kind of on the fence with this one because we might still need some community justice.
I get you.
That little, put it this way.
Yeah.
If that was my daughter, I would be pissed the fuck off, want to fight the teacher.
Right.
But it's not, and that little nigga needed this.
No, I get it.
I was just about to say he needed to
No,
be
I
swung on.
get it.
feel you.
That nigga was
absolutely
he
get
was
it.
mad disrespectful.
I get
period.
it. But that ain't gonna
It ain't
in
gonna-
that
you right.
situation, that is not gonna change your mind, your mindset from somebody putting their hands on your kid.
I know.
That's just not
No, I
gonna
get
change
that.
your
I get
mindset.
that.
Because the reality is, you look at a teacher as being a professional. So even though they're in a situation, I get it. And things happen quickly. Things escalate quickly. Do I think he needed his ass whooped? Oh, nigga, he needed them shits.
See, and that's
whooped.
and that's the thing. You would have
Yeah.
took care of that on your own, period.
Right.
Because I seen if he Jerry saying that the kid acting like that because she doesn't have parents like you guys or whatever. Like
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like
Like he deserved. Don't get me
Shout out
wrong.
to MTV.
He deserved to get his ass
and
whooped.
what else did she say? She said that,
MTV, I fuck with you. My bad.
and she said that she worked with kids and that she's had parents tell her and her coworkers that their kids have permission to hit us.
Yeah.
I used to want to be a teacher back in the day. I can't even lie. I used to want to be a music teacher back in the day. No lie. As the person that didn't want to sing karaoke, you know what I'm saying. But I used to. That was my thing. Y'all know. Well, whatever. But I just started looking at the landscape of things of how kids are, and it was just like a no. Like I couldn't. That man in that situation, he's 64. He ain't got. Go ahead and retire early, my nigga. Go ahead.
I get
you've
it.
Earned it. You've earned it. But I know myself. I knew I could never be in a situation with these kids where they talk that shit.
Right.
And it's gonna be something simple or easy or what. We've all been in school, and we know how people get treated, how teachers get treated. This man wasn't a substitute, but we seen how substitute teachers get treated or whatever.
Yeah.
But we're also different. We grew up in the age where, at least I remember in elementary school, they still used to paddle in elementary school. So you talking about people putting
they
hands
did.
on you.
They did.
You used to actually still be able to get hit in school. You know what I'm saying? So our mentality on it is different. These kids nowadays, they grow up, they're so fucking protected from everything. Like everything is shielded them from everything. I'm glad he got swung on. I ain't got no kids, so fuck him. I don't care. I'm glad he got swung on. For all these fuck ass kids out here talking shit, I'm glad he got swung on. You need it because everybody's shielded from everything. Don't do this to the kids. Don't let them experience this. Don't do that or whatever. You need to learn that if you talk some fuck shit, you will get swung on. Now, I feel the teacher should have removed removed himself and everything. I get it, but in this
Right.
one situation, I am glad he fucking swung on that kid.
No, I get you.
I wish he'd have knocked him the fuck out. I wish he would have really sent him to the hospital for something more. I don't have no kids. That's my announcement for the day. Y'all
No,
go.
I get you. I mean, but at the end of the day,
I'm glad he
at
did.
the end of the day,
Fuck him.
you have to maintain your professionalism.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't call yourself a professional if you don't follow through in your professionalism.
But that man is 64
You
years
have to
old.
leave.
He is at the end of his
You have
road
to leave,
working.
Brainstorm.
He is at the end of his road working. Fuck him.
You have to
Fuck 'em.
leave.
If I'm gonna go out,
Okay.
I'm going out on my
I'm gonna
own
tell you like
terms.
this.
Come
I'm gonna
on,
tell you like this.
Bring it. Come on.
if your kid, no, it's easy to say this right now. If your kid gets swung on in school by a teacher, no matter what, you're gonna be upset.
But I'm saying too, I don't have kids. I'm also saying
You're gonna
that
be highly
part.
upset.
I'm also saying that I don't have kids.
regardless of what took place or what happened.
I'm putting that disclaimer
speaking-
out there that
look.
I don't have kids, and I know that if it was my kid, I'm gonna feel some
I'm
kind
just
of way.
saying this.
But I also feel like your mouth buys your fucking ticket. You run your fucking mouth.
absolutely.
You bought your fucking ticket. Shut the fuck up and lay on the floor with your
But
knocked
that's a
out
teacher
ass.
and a student.
I don't care. I don't care personally, but I don't have kids.
That's a
I don't-
teacher.
That's a teacher. Your kid shouldn't have been talking to that motherfucking teacher.
Okay, so
that
let me ask you
way.
this. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Jerry said you was not with the shits.
No,
So no.
fuck 'em.
So let me ask you
No.
this. So if you're dealing with an adult and you're a kid,
Okay.
and you feeling some type of way and you get at a teacher, you think it's absolutely right that a teacher haul off and hit you.
No, it's not right.
Something that you didn't went to school. Hold on, let me finish my
Some-
point. Let me finish my point.
I'm sorry.
Something that you didn't went to school for, that you went through
Training.
critical
or whatever.
situations to handle this type of situation. All I said was, as a parent, I'm gonna whoop his ass and his ass. Because regardless of what took place or happened, yeah, he should have got knocked the fuck out. But guess what? Now
By
I'm gonna
you.
knock you the fuck out
He shoulda
because
got
you
knocked
put
out
your
by
hands
you.
on my kid.
Okay.
I feel what you're saying.
I feel
You
that.
know what?
I feel that. All I'm saying is sometimes you buy your ticket.
I
Go,
get that.
go sit in your seat.
Absolutely, but that ain't gonna happen. Like we was just talking about yesterday. You absolutely right. But like we just talked about yesterday, the generation of things going on, it's progressed from bad to worse. So the reality is, you're gonna have all this fuck shit that's gonna come along. But what I'm saying is, when you take that oath to be a teacher and be this and be that, a professional, I get you can react in certain type of ways because of emotion. But he may have been thinking like Brainstorm said. He may have been thinking like, nigga, I'm 65. I'm about to retire. I'm about to whoop his ass. I get it.
Go out.
All I'm saying is,
out.
if that's Leighton, Chase McDaniel, and I get a call saying the teacher put his hands on Leighton, on Dinka, nigga, I'm whooping your fucking ass and possibly pulling a gun out on you. I'm pulling up
That's
for
really-
real.
No.
Now it's go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no. It's
Regardless, I don't give a fuck what my kid did.
Because I feel-
I'm pulling up, nigga.
Because-
like real talk.
because-
it ain't your place to put your
You're
hands
right.
on my kid.
Because
flat out.
the dude had the thought that you had run through your head. That you it's crazy. I'm not riding the fence. Both of y'all are 100% right. The teacher did have a fuck you, shut the fuck up talking to me crazy, go lay your ass on the floor.
Right.
But that's not never attitude a teacher should take towards a kid.
Right. And I see a thing in the feed as far as Jerry said that, matter of fact. I get professionalism, but we don't know how long the student been disrespecting
True that.
him. But if that's the case, then he should have been in the fucking class. It's protocol to everything. See, when you don't follow through with certain shit and let a motherfucker back in, then that's what happens.
Okay.
I'm still, as James Ross and McDaniel the third, Playboy James, the DJ, whatever you want to call me, I'm whooping your motherfucking ass.
All of them
for putting your hands on my kid.
Yeah.
Flat out.
So-
I'm gonna whoop my son's ass. We gonna get to the crib. I'm gonna beat him with a fucking. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna whoop his ass, and then I'm gonna come into the school and say, "Oh, okay, this is what happened. Well, you should have left.
Hell yeah.
You should have left. But since you didn't, you proceeded to put hands on my kid. Now I'm about to put hands on you.
Okay,
nigga.
so, all
Flat
right.
out.
So are you approaching this? You're a parent. Are you approaching this as late right now? 5?
5.
Okay. So are you approaching this as, of course, as a 5-year-old? If you
Yeah.
find out that somebody didn't put their hands on your kid or whatever,
Yeah.
neglected your kid, yeah, you're ready to put hands.
He could be
What-
16.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Is it a difference, but you looking at him because he's 5 as opposed to how old is your oldest?
12.
So that's what I'm saying. So if it was
Yeah.
5 and 12, like she absolutely knows better what to do and what not to do in the class or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, isn't it a chance? Isn't it an outside chance, Playboy, The DJ,
Yeah.
Playboy _
Oh,
James.
shit.
Mr.
I don't know your name.
Mr. I said it.
Isn't it a chance that
Yeah.
that you can walk in there as a parent, like, you know what? You knew you shouldn't have been doing that shit. You deserve to get knocked the fuck out.
But brainstorm.
I'm just asking- I'm just asking-
Absolutely not. Because there's a difference between saying you suspended, you expelled or whatever, versus you being a teacher throwing hands with my 16-year-old.
I'm just fucking with
I'm going to absolutely, and I know this nigga fucking with me, but I'm going to absolutely put my hands on that nigga 100 times.
No, but
it's just
no. But my position is still that kid deserved to get knocked.
He
the fuck
do
out.
deserve
I
to
don't
get his
care.
ass
I don't-
whooped.
I don't
He
care.
deserved to get knocked the fuck out by his daddy.
Okay.
You,
I mean, all right.
he
all right,
deserved to
man,
get
all
knocked the
right,
fuck
all
out.
that's what I'm trying to say.
All right,
If
y'all.
anything,
All right.
let me.
But
okay.
you're right.
Let me just say this. I digress because Brainstorm been fucking with me.
I now know James' son and his first, middle, and last name.
Right.
And he'll knock all you niggas out.
Hey, if my daughter, if Parker, well, first of all, I already know her mama gonna put hands on whoever. But all I'm saying is this: the kid. Let me just put it in retrospect. That kid was absolutely 100% out of pocket. Absolutely. If it's been going, like I said, if it was going on previous or whatever the case may be, then it's absolutely wrong. He should have even been there in the first place. All I'm saying is this: if I get a phone call while I'm at work sniffing chemicals, and I get a phone,
He sniffs. The chemicals
it's your
are
job.
part of his
Right,
job. He's not.
I'm a chemical engineer.
Yeah, you're a chemical
chemical
engineer.
engineer.
If I get a phone call saying, "Hey, Mr. McDaniel, we'd like to let you know that it was a situation here at work. I mean, here at school today. Leighton got belligerent with a teacher, threw something at the teacher, cussed him out, whatever the case may be. What wound up happening is the teacher sit up there and started swinging on him and hit him with a phone in his head repeatedly, sent him to the hospital. Nigga, that nigga's gone.
It's a wrap.
That nigga's he's gone. Now, was my son wrong?
Hell
Absolutely.
Yeah. My son might be right next to him.
Nigga,
but they both go.
Guess what? He gonna be right next to him because I didn't put paws on him, nigga. But the reality is, safe for me to put paws on. That's why I said at the beginning, you need to walk out. You need to leave. I don't care if you leave the classroom. I'd rather you leave the classroom versus just proceeding to just beat on my kid. Like, real talk. Did he deserve it? Hell yeah, he deserved it. But guess what? By you believing that you was the one to give that punishment, now I got to punish you, nigga. Real talk.
I'm sorry. MTV said that kid deserved a chemically engineered ass.
Exactly. And that's what I'm gonna give him, nigga.
I don't want to. You know how niggas always bring levity to shit. I can't stand when people do it, but I'm gonna bring a little. Try to bring a little levity. I worked in a residential facility as a worker and then as a supervisor.
And fuck them shits, Brainstorm. I don't appreciate this shit.
But no, it's a certain level, especially
I ain't DJing with you no more.
Especially when you're dealing with kids. You get trained on this shit, on how to deal with kids who ain't shit.
Right.
It's almost like if you work in a customer service environment, if you end up going off on a customer, you probably gonna get fired. You probably had every right to.
Yeah, every
Because
right.
about 15 times a day, somebody come in there on that fuck shit. But you can't do it.
Right.
Like, I worked in a residential with kids with behavioral health issues, nigga. You want to square up 5 times a shift. I'm not talking about getting mad up. I'm talking about you want to square up. In the hood is leaf on shoulder, nigga. We banging now. You want to do it 5 times a day, but you can't do it.
Yeah. To close this out real quick. Fuck Brainstorm.
He just poked the bear. He poked the bear with a hot ass iron.
No, real talk.
Shit.
No, I get exactly what you're saying. Like I said, real short and sweet. If I'm the teacher, I just can't look. There's a lot of emotions and stuff going on, but I believe the correct way of handling things is, as a teacher, as a professional, to walk away. Now, if that don't happen, then it don't happen. And the kid, did he really deserve it? Yes, he did. I watched the whole shit. He deserved it. But it ain't your job as the teacher to put your paws on the kid. It's my job. You tell me what the fuck going on. Yeah. Then I get that little motherfucker, and that's what happened.
It goes back to what we was talking about with love earlier. Shout out to your parents again. You want to leave her. every Wednesday, you be like, you know what? Fuck all this, but you don't. It's a level of decorum that comes along. You can't swing on kids, man.
I mean, and did he beat him with a phone?
You could. You want to be
like, I mean, technically my fist could touch his face.
I get it. Because I'm gonna say this real quick. Real quick. If I'm in that situation and I'm the teacher, there's probably gonna be a thought in my mind to react because I don't deal well with that type of shit, darts and somebody talking to me sideways. I don't deal well with it. The first thing I want to do is grab you by your neck and choke you out. But in that when you take that oath to do what you do, you have to maintain that's the professional. You gotta bring it in. You gotta bring it in.
I got a question for you. So if you would have got a call and they said your kid was talking shit, so the teacher hit him with a rock bottom, people's elbow, then a stone cold stunner. What you gonna?
All I'm gonna say is
same
this.
Shit,
all I'm gonna say is this: if they did that to my kid,
you coming,
or my kid did that to them.
No, they did that to the kid.
They did it to my son.
You coming up there? When you come through the school door now, you gotta like kick it open. Yeah. You gotta rip your shirt off and come running down the hall and like it's wrestling.
No. All I'm gonna say is this: shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony. I remember on East 99th, the Turner, they had a song, "Busy Bone, you was sentenced to this many years." Nigga, that's me. Because I'm getting rid of that motherfucker no longer exist. Yeah. Nigga, I'm coming to the school. He no longer exists.
He'd have been on some Playboy, lay your ass on the ground. No, you lay your funky ass on the ground.
Now. Nigga, it's a wrap.
Oh, shit,
because guess what? I can't go off on my bosses like I want to without losing my job and different stuff.
You can't do that.
But that's a different situation. It's kids involved. It's kids involved.
At some point, when do you learn responsibility? I'm sorry.
True. But they kids still too, though, Brainstorm. It's still kids. And you know some fuck ass kids around here nowadays. They on that bullshit.
It is.
Because like the reality is, like real serious, real quick, reality is they ain't being taught the correct way to respect elders.
No, because they don't have no consequences for shit.
Exactly. And I agree with you.
But the consequence ain't the teacher beat your ass.
It was that day. It is today.
Look. and I get that. I'm absolutely.
It is today.
I get you. That ain't the argument. The argument for me is you can do that to whoever else kids you want to. Don't do it to my two. Because I'm fucking you up.
All right. And on that, we about to get out of this shit.
Oh, shit, man.
Yeah. Thank y'all for chiming in onto our YouTube tonight. Yo, if anybody listens throughout the week, reach out to us and let us know. Hit us in our email, dmst16@yahoo.com, or our personal things that we'll shout out here in a second.
Speaking of that, the gift card is coming.
Oh God. Let me tell you about the person that won the gift card and how she ran up on us last night. You know what I'm saying?
No, she pulled up, nigga, for real.
Pulled up like a motherfucker, like, where my shit? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, whatever, man. It's coming.
What's up, Smokey?
Yeah.
She pulled up on niggas like Big Worm.
hey, you still got that bud left?
Stop playing with me, Smokey.
Yeah. It's coming. We sorry. So we got to come up with the next one we gonna do, a next giveaway we gonna do. Yeah. So and we got to make sure she get the card so people know it's real or whatever. So we got to come up with the next
this week. We'll do it.
We'll do it next Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank y'all for rocking with us on this Sunday, man, and indulging us on our thing.
This show was the shit.
This show was the shit. Yeah. Man, that might be the title of the show. The show was the shit.
Yeah. I ain't speaking to Brainstorm after this.
Yeah. Fuck these kids. I don't give a fuck. Fuck these kids. These badass kids out here.
Fuck these kids.
These badass kids out here, man.
But for real, y'all, make sure y'all chime in.
I don't DJ kid parties neither. Badass
fuck them
kids.
Shits. I don't.
Make sure y'all tune in next week, man. It's gonna be a hell of a show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a show.
All right.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be a hell of a show next Sunday.
No doubt.
It'll be a hell of a show next Sunday.
Go ahead, Playboy. Give them all your shits.
At the end of the day, it's Playboy the DJ, Playboy DADJ. You can find me on Instagram, Playboy_James3. You can find me on Facebook under my government. If you know me, then you know me. You can find me on Twitter, Playboy_DA_DJ. And that's it, man.
Okay.
Dope show, y'all.
I see Deidre said the giveaway should be a tee. Hey, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just get a T-shirt and
it should
be dope.
We got the new hoodies out there that Dev had on when he first got here.
No.
I'm gonna probably order mine this week. So got the new hoodies out there. So, but yeah, maybe we'll do something like that. We'll just do a hoodie or a t-shirt and send it to him. So we'll get together. Dev, give them all your shits.
What's up, MTV?
Man, it is the real Big Dev 216, man. I just, I'm always here to spread love in the world full of hate. Shout out to the Browns, baby. We just come out here, we just win.
Gotta win.
We play ball. We go on the field and we win. You know what I'm saying? That's how we spread our love. But
I'm giving love on the court.
Yeah, exactly.
Give love on the court.
Let me tell you, you ain't gonna be able to tell a Browns fan
Spread
shit.
love.
The next time we have a winter season, you ain't gonna be able to tell a Browns
I'm gonna
fan
be here in a Browns wife
shit.
beater and draws every
No, you're not.
Sunday.
No, that's a little too far. That's
I'm
a little
telling
too
you.
far. It's a little too far.
I'm just letting niggas know. Get prepared.
What's up with them shits?
Every Sunday. Like this, nigga.
Yeah. You ain't gonna, nigga, we win a couple games and you can't tell us shit already. Nigga, this is already I think this is like the third or fourth time I already had the Browns defense on this year. Like I know I'm, as y'all always say, I'm not with the shits, but because I'm always bottom line, you gotta win, but they are entertaining to watch this year.
And you can tell they got their quarterback.
Yeah, so it's all good. But go ahead, finish.
But no, man. I'm just,
fuck them Rams.
Fuck the Rams. But no, if ain't nobody told y'all, man, for real, man, I love you, man. Say I love you to somebody this week you ain't never said it to before, man. Sometimes people just
I'm gonna randomly text somebody. It's like
just
I love
random. No, if it's a female nigga, she gonna be like, I knew I was just waiting. But it's cool, man. I love y'all. If y'all love me back, it's cool. My mama do, man. It's the real Big Dev 216 everywhere.
Everywhere, nigga.
Everywhere. All right, y'all. And this is the reason why I want people to reach out to us that listen to us throughout the week, because I want to see how the show comes off to people that just listen to it.
Right.
And are not in it as we're doing it live, because we interacting with the feed and everything, So I want to know if it comes off the same. Like even when I listen back to it, I know how things were happening, so it's always still, cool to me or whatever. But that's why I want somebody to reach out to us this week. But again, thank y'all for tuning in this week. Right. Again, email us dmst16@yahoo.com. Follow us everywhere pretty much on social media, Instagram, Twitter, obviously our YouTube. It is DMST Boys, and that is BOYZ. We will be back next week with our new show. We may have a guest next week. We think we got a pretty dope topic for next week.
Definitely.
This shit gonna be
some good conversation. Yeah. So we excited about that.
Yeah, make sure you tune in.
All right, so you can find me on all social media, DJ Brainstorm for you. That is DJ Brainstorm, the number 4, the letter
you,
and all them shits.
And all them